News. First, let us take a look at the headlines. India's air defense system foils Pakistani threats during Operation Sindoor. "32 airports reopen for civil aircraft operations." Jowai MLA reviews road development projects across constituency. Rimbui urges vigilance along Bangladesh border amid security fears. And VPP meets Education Minister over CUET Centre's issue. The news in detail. Air Marshal A.K. Bharti, Director General Air Operations, today emphasized that India's ongoing fight is against terrorists and their infrastructure, not the Pakistani military. Speaking at a media briefing in Delhi on Operation Sindoor, he outlined how Indian armed forces neutralized multiple threats with minimal damage to civilian and military assets. Bharti credited India's robust, multi-layered air defense system, including the Army, Navy and Air Force, for successfully countering drone and missile attacks from Pakistan. Director General Military Operations, Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai, confirmed that Pakistan's attempts to strike Indian airfields were thwarted by advanced counter-drone and air defense measures. The Prime Minister will be addressing the nation at 8 p.m. today. This will be the PM's first address after Operation Sindoor.
That we had a detailed brief on the successful joint operations that were carried out to destroy the terror infrastructure in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, as well as in Pakistan itself. We also iterated that our fight was with terrorists and their support infrastructure and not with Pakistan military.
कि पिछले कुछ सालों में आतंक की गतिविधियों का कैरेक्टर जो है उसमें कुछ बदलाव आ रहा था। अब हमारी मिलिट्री के साथ साथ मासूम सिविलियंस जो कि अपना बचाव करने में विफल थे, उन पर भी हमले हो रहे थे।
The Airports Authority of India has announced the immediate reopening of 32 airports for civil aircraft operations, ending the temporary suspension that was in place until 5:29 hours on May 15, 2025. The closure due to evolving airspace conditions was lifted following improved circumstances. The Ministry of Civil Aviation confirmed the update with visuals from Srinagar showing locals and businesses resuming normalcy. Travelers are advised to stay informed by checking flight status directly with airlines and monitoring official airline websites for the latest updates. Jowai MLA Wailat Miki Shilla briefed the media on the progress of ongoing development projects in his constituency, focusing primarily on road infrastructure. Accompanied by Public Works Department officials and community leaders, Shilla inspected works in areas including Madur, Niryang, Mukhla, the Mintudu Lat College bypass and the Salaro Monmon Meet Mintudu Yalong stretch. The projects initiated alongside the Yao Musyang Market reconstruction involve constructing retaining walls, side drains and stone laying with black topping scheduled for winter. Shilla urged public cooperation and confirmed that the projects are on track for completion by February-March 2026.
Judi ki ni neliang yung da layo inspect harangkat ki niki of ki officer na ka PWD ki PWD South or PWD Central แต่ได้ไล่แหละยากี inspection ในภาคธรรมดากันโมพีให้พอว่าบุโมนว่าวายกะบุโมนริมีกะตายกะยามเสียง shopping complex ปมดาเลยวันนี้sanction ในตายสรุปคือเพอพอ constituency ที่งะแต่ให้ที่พอแต่hadin itu the munin la inspect atau ada dep kutan dar da yo da allotment da dep tega kam da sedang go.
In the wake of a recent militant attack in Jammu and Kashmir, United Democratic Party legislator and former Meghalaya Home Minister Lakshman Rimboy has urged heightened vigilance along the India-Bangladesh border, particularly in Meghalaya's sensitive frontier districts. Representing the border constituency of Amlaram in West Giant Hills, Rimboy expressed concerns over a possible geopolitical nexus involving Pakistan and Bangladesh. Supporting the centre's counter-terrorism efforts, he praised the Prime Minister and armed forces for their response while stressing the need for civic alertness and collective responsibility in safeguarding national security.
Stop whoever want to disturb the peace and tranquility, moreover to take the life of innocent Indian, they have to be brought to justice wherever they are.
The Voice of the People's Party or the VPP delegation today met Education Minister Rakam Sangma to address the issue of CUET exam centres being allocated outside Meghalaya despite students selecting the state as their preferred option. VPP's Youth Wing Secretary Nathaniel Nobry called for more CUET centres to be established in Meghalaya to accommodate local students. Minister Sangma assured that the matter would be looked into with the Chief Minister Conrad Sangma also raising the issue with the Union Education Ministry.
What the Education Minister assured us is that he will look into the matter, and maybe by later in the evening he will address the issue. So what we from our side, we already wrote to him a letter, and we hope that the Education Minister, we hope that the government will look into this matter with seriousness, because most of these students, they are being let down by the government. To set up also a helpline number so that the affected students can contact this number, so that the government can arrange something for them, so that they will not miss out on this opportunity.
The Office of the Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills, Shillong, has announced a pre-recruitment coaching and training program for candidates applying under the Agniveer scheme. The 30 to 45-day training to be held at the Deputy Commissioner's office aims to support local youth interested in joining the Indian Army. Deputy Commissioner R.M. Kurba highlighted the initiative's importance due to low local participation in soldier recruitment despite its critical role in national defense. Over the past years, only 35 were recruited. The ADC Shanbor Lang Wardri urged candidates to register for the Agniveer recruitment at the DC office.
In order to help our young people who want to join the army, we have conducted this coaching camp in the year 2023, and we got quite a substantial number of our youth from East Khasi Hills who were successful candidates, and asked them to give the number. We are proposing to conduct this coaching camp, which will be for 30 to 45 days. That will depend on the date of the exam.
Vehicular movement along NH6 in Donaskur has been suspended due to landslides, prompting authorities to halt traffic for repair work and ensure public safety. Police have urged travellers to avoid the affected stretch and use alternative routes until restoration efforts are completed. The Women's Welfare Committee of Dorbar Shnong Lu Kerwiang celebrated Mother's Day with grandeur, featuring JHADC MDC Andrew Shulai as chief guest. The event began with a meeting chaired by WWC Secretary Samhakani Lalu. In his address, Shulai praised mothers for their sacrifices and dedication, while village headman Lamat O Lalu lauded the WWC's efforts. Mothers above 60 were felicitated with appreciation awards presented by Shulai, advisor Chibor Najir and assistant headman Dayolang Pakma. Civil Hospital Nongpo celebrated International Nurses Day, honoring the contributions of nurses, aligning with this year's theme, Our Nurses, Our Future, Caring for Nurses Strengthens Economies. The event, held in conjunction with Florence Nightingale's birth anniversary, with Dr. D. Bla, Medical Superintendent, as the chief guest. Bla lit the ceremonial lamp and unveiled Nightingale's portrait while urging greater focus on nurses' welfare for a stronger healthcare system. The program underscored the indispensable role of nurses in building resilient, efficient healthcare services.
We have to remember that we have taken oath to be what we are. We have to remember this. We have to put inside, the day like now, these are all the students here. A day will come when you, just by studying also, I've seen you people taking the oath. And when you finish your studies, you will be taking the biggest oath in your life.
The first Ron Singh and Anthony Knockout Open basketball tournament, hosted by the Pindengrai Social and Cultural Club, concluded in Nongstoin with dominant performances from Dubak and LFA Pindengrai. Dubak triumphed over Padangshonong by 60-18 in the women's final, while LFA Pindengrai narrowly defeated SYM Shillong by 77-69 in a closely contested men's final. Attended by Nongstoin MLA Gabriel Watlang and the Sordar of Pindengrai village M. Marwen. In addition to the sports events, the club also organized a free medical checkup for attendees. Now for the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was recorded at 22 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature at 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 53% and the rain was recorded at 10.5 millimeter. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 15 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 72% and the rain was recorded at 1.2 millimeter. Meanwhile, in July, we have the minimum temperature at 17 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature at 21 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80% and the rainfall was recorded at 3.0 millimeter. And the forecast in Tura, Jowai and Shillong says that light to moderate rainfall is likely to occur at most places. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. India's air defense system foils Pakistani threats during Operation Sindoor. "32 airports reopen for civil aircraft operations." Jowai MLA reviews road development projects across constituency. Rimboi urges vigilance along Bangladesh border amid security fears. And VPP meets Education Minister over CUET Centre's issue. Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of the news. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel, thank you for watching and good night.